All right, I'm going to read this article as well for you guys. It's the Juneteenth reading. You can follow along or listen. You probably should follow along while you read because you're going to need to highlight um, a main idea in each paragraph. So I'm going to read it, and here we go. So the article is Juneteenth. On January 1st, 1863, President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation went into effect, officially ending slavery in the Confederate States. From that day on, all people who had been enslaved were free. Well, sort of. In those days, without mass communications and social media, news spread slowly, and this news in particular. The Union didn't have enough soldiers to enforce the proclamation. So, in many places, slavery continued. Texas was the last state to abandon the institution. All that changed, however, on June 19th, 1865. That's when General Gordon Granger and almost 2,000 troops arrived in Galveston and issued General Order Number 3. The order ended slavery in Texas. All right, General Order Number 3 is the people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection hereafter existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor. Notice that the order mentions the executive of the United States. The, the person this term referred to was President Lincoln. General Order Number 3 urged people to stay where they were and work as employees, but many didn't. Some left for the North, others left to find family members elsewhere. This period became known as the Scatter. After issuing General Order Number 3, Granger traveled throughout Texas for 6 weeks. He went from plantation to plantation. His plan was to spread the word to the 250,000 enslaved people in the state. But many plantation owners were slow to share the news with their enslaved workers. Some even waited to share it until after the harvest in order to keep from paying wages. Right? Having red foods and drinks is part of celebrating Juneteenth. Why red, you may ask? Like most else on Juneteenth, the answer has to do with slavery. Before emancipation, enslaved people were not allowed to have drinks like strawberry soda. As free people, there was no such rule. Today, Juneteenth celebrators enjoy strawberry soda as a symbol of resilience and resistance. The Juneteenth flag is full of symbolism. The colors red, white, and blue remind everyone that enslaved people and their descendants are Americans. The star in the center is for Texas. According to Lisa Gian Graff, one of the flag's designers, the larger star bursting on the horizon represents a new freedom, a new people, a new star. Another version of the flag includes the date of General Order Number 3, June 19th, 1865.